Hi everyone. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha Allenderry. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. I am here to help you establish and maintain a consistent Speak Out Home practice routine. Today we have a fun session and I'm going to show you a picture. Okay, I'm going to show you a picture of George, and when you see this photo in your very best voice, I want you to guess what today's topic is. Are you ready to see the picture? Here we go. So this is George from Columbus, Ohio. He's intent. What do you think the topic is for today? Thank you, George, for sending this photo. We just love it. So the topic today is puns. We're going to have some fun today with puns. But first, we need to do the other speak out exercises. So let's grab our cup or our glass of water, and as we bring it to our mouths, we're going to use intent and we're going to swallow with intent. The Speak Out Therapy program is all about strengthening the muscles we use for speaking and swallowing, and then transitioning speech and swallowing from an automatic function to an intentional act. Okay, think about that. The first speak out exercise is the warm up. I want you to lift your voice and speak out up and over your computer. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Don't let it trail off. Reach for the end, which means think about keeping it strong all the way to the end. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Don't let it trail off. One more time. May, me, my, mo, moo. Nice job. Hopefully your voice is getting warmed up. Go ahead and take another sip of water. I am sipping on warm water. You don't have to do that, but we do need to take sips of water. All right, speak out exercise number 2, the ahs. I want you to deliberately open that mouth with intent and project the ah forward. Here we go. Ah. We're reaching for the end. By that, what I mean is, let me ask you this. Did any of you run track before in high school, grade school, college? When you see the finish line coming up, you definitely don't slow down. No, you blow through that ribbon, and that's how I want you to talk. When you're talking, I want you to make it all the way to the end of your sentences. This will strengthen the muscles you use for speaking and swallowing, and people will be able to understand you better. So when we're going through these exercises, make it all the way to the end, blow through that ribbon or through the finish line. Let's do another ah. got it. Let's do it again. Ready? Is your mouth really open? Sometimes with Parkinson's, it feels like it's open, but it's really not. I encourage you to get a mirror and just check yourself. Is your mouth really open as wide as you think it is? It needs to be to work these muscles that you use for articulating and for chewing your food, for controlling your saliva, and for having better facial expression. Let's do another ah with intent. Strong to the end. Let's do one more. Are you ready? Nice job. We're working with intent, just like George. All right, take a sip of water. I just love getting to know all of you better. So please send photos, send comments. If you have any suggestions for these sessions, or if I'm doing something that's making it more difficult, for example, if I'm not giving you enough time to take a sip of water, just let me know. Send an email to intent@parkinsonvoiceproject.org. intent@parkinsonvoiceproject.org. We're now moving on to speak out exercise number 3. We're going to start with a stair step first. We never want to settle for the stair step, but if you struggle with the glide, this is a good way to ease into it. Repeat after me. Together. Listen. Together. Listen. Strong to the end. Together. Now glide. Again, glide. Now we're going to put a little more intent to it. We're going to produce a steady ah first and then glide. Ready? One more. Steady ah, then glide. Ready? And that's how it's done. Let's go ahead and take a sip of water, and then we'll do the downward glide. My goal is to help you to do these exercises accurately. You will make faster progress in your speech therapy when you're working one-on-one with your Speak Out provider. And I want to make these interesting. And Lisa and Julie and Lena, we all work together to make these interesting as interesting as possible to help you establish and maintain a consistent practice routine, because you need to do these every day. All right, listen to me. We're going to start with the stair step. We're going to start high. Listen first. Ah, together. Ah, listen. Ah, together. Ah, Listen. Ah. Together. Ah. Now glide. Start high. Ah. Again, start high. Ah. Now we need to add a little more intent. Throw out, project out a steady ah, and then slowly glide down. Ready? Ah. Again. Ah. Good. I know it's hard. Let's all take a sip of water. That was very hard work. Today is Testimonial Tuesday. Every Tuesday, I would like to share a testimonial with you. We receive so many emails and letters in the mail. And so since we worked really hard, I'm going to let you rest for a moment while I read this testimonial. I think it's really wonderful. So this person mailed this letter in, and I can't share the name. I don't know that I have permission for that. So I will just read you the testimonial, and I hope it will inspire you. It says, in 2016, I experienced a cardiac arrest. I was in an induced coma for 5 days. Did the breathing tubes harm my vocal cords? I did 16 weeks of physical therapy, but nothing was said about my voice needs. Now, 7 years later, the neurologist estimates that my brain was without oxygen for about 10 minutes. Instead of being proactive to regain a singing voice, I simply accepted the loss. Being able to sing at worship is highly rewarding for me. However, I did not know how to redevelop my singing voice. After being diagnosed with Parkinson's, I was encouraged to complete Parkinson Voice Project's Speak Out Therapy program. As a result, I have learned to be intent about taking control of my speaking ability. I have set a goal to be able to sing hymns for Easter worship. Through the skillful progression of activities of the program, I have learned to be intentional. I will continue the daily warm-ups, add Speak Out home practice sessions to my regimen, and participate in my weekly group sessions. Parkinson Voice Project has helped me appreciate the need for improved posture and good breath support. Hey, we didn't even talk about that, but those are some of the benefits. The well-planned cognitive program of exercises met my need for challenging my brain. It is encouraging to hear friends and family share their positive reaction to my speaking with clarity. In addition, I look forward to meeting my goal of Easter worshiping with my regained voice, and also returning to Silver Fit sessions and yoga, where group members regularly reinforce and encourage one another. What a wonderful testimonial. So every Tuesday, we're calling it Tuesday Testimonial, we'll share that with you. Now we need to move on to the next Speak Out exercise, the counting, which re-coordinates your breathing muscles with your vocal folds. So we're going to count to 16. I'm not going to hold up the card. We're going to stop every 4 numbers. Okay? Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't trail off. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we're reaching for the end. We're never going to trail off again. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. When you force yourself not to trail off at the end, you contract the breathing muscles and you're getting them stronger. Let's go backwards. Start with 16. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How are you doing with these exercises? Are you working intent? Are you working with intent? Take a sip of water. We're going to move on to the reading. I'm just going to show this picture of George from Ohio again. I love it. And George even has his water. What a great role model. All right, we're going to move on to our puns. All right, puns. When we work on the reading exercises, what we're really doing is we're working all the muscles we use for speaking and swallowing. We need to use a lot of intent, and we need to project our voice forward so that we're moving our mouth, we're sitting up straighter, but we're not going to talk about all that specifically. But I'm just letting you know that that's what's happening when you're speaking out, okay? Just focus on speaking out. Let's read the first one. A pun is a humorous use of words with multiple meanings. Again, a pun is a humorous use of words with multiple meanings. Stretch out that highlighted word. Next, let's read some puns. A backward poet writes in verse. Again, a backward poet writes in verse. Next, she was only a whiskey maker, but he loved her still. Again, she was only a whiskey maker, but he loved her still. Next, no matter how much you push the envelope, it'll still be stationary. I want you, as you are reading these, especially if you tend to rush your speech, think about projecting every word in front of you. Let's read it again. No matter how much you push the envelope, let's start again. Ready? No matter how much you push the envelope, it'll still be stationary. Every word with intent. Ready? A dog gave birth to puppies near the road and was cited for littering. Again, a dog gave birth to puppies near the road and was cited for littering. Next, broken pencils are pointless. Did you say every syllable with intent? Let's read it again. Broken pencils are pointless. Next, two silkworms had a race. They ended up in a tie. Let's read it again. Two silkworms had a race. They ended up in a tie. Let's go ahead and get some water. I know that I need some. Your vocal quality should be clear when you are reading these. If it is not, you need to project your voice out more. If you're doing that and it still doesn't sound clear, you need to talk to your speech language pathologist, your speak out provider. You never want to do these exercises when the voice is not clear, because we want to strengthen the voice, but we don't want to hurt it. So first, try to project out more and see if it clears up. And if not, talk to your therapist. All right, ready? I got a job at a bakery because I need dough. Let's do it again. I got a job at a bakery because I need dough. Now, for the cognitive exercise, we're going to read a pun, and I want you to fill in the blank at the end. Ready? What did the grape say when it got crushed? Nothing. It just let out a little whine. Did you say whine with intent? Did you use your best voice or did it trail off? Let's read it again. What did the grape say when it got crushed? Nothing. It just let out a little whine. Are you speaking out? Let's do the next one. Why did the scarecrow get an award? It was outstanding in his field. Let's do it again. Why did the scarecrow get an award? He was outstanding in his... As you say every word, lift your voice, speak out. Next. I had a crazy dream last night. I was swimming in an ocean of orange soda. Turns out it was just a fantasy. If you're having trouble keeping your speech smooth, if it's rushing, you need to project out more. Stretch out those vowels. It will also help your facial expression if you exaggerate these sounds and stretch out the vowels. Ready? I had a crazy dream last night. I was swimming in an ocean of orange soda. Turns out it was just a fantasy. Next one. Ready? A crazy wife says to her husband that moose are falling from the sky. The husband says it's reindeer falling from the sky. Let's read it one more time. A crazy wife says to her husband that moose are falling from the sky. The husband says it's reindeer. All right. Let's go ahead, take a sip of water. We'll do Dr. Boone's words and then move on to the bonus reading. We're getting a great workout today. Make sure you download today's reading material. Take what you've learned in this session and practice, practice, practice. We are going to read each of these nonsense words twice with intent. We're speaking out and we're not trailing off. Ready? Gu la gang ga ga. Gu la gang ga ga. Next. Ku ka mangu ka. Ku ka mangu ka. Ready? Gangla. Don't trail off. Gangla. And the last one. Kukla. Kukla. We're always making it to the finish line. Keep that image in your head. Take a sip of water if you need it. Now we'll move on to the bonus reading. There's the bell. The bell is getting us ready to read with intent. This is called a penguin pun. As we read, this is very challenging. We're thinking about projecting every word forward. If you get off track, you can always catch up with us at the next highlighted word. So don't give up. Just get ready for the next highlighted word. Let's start at the beginning. A vacationing penguin is driving through Arizona when he notices that the oil pressure light is on. Now you know the rhythm. Let's start over, and then we'll read all the way through. Every word with intent. Ready? A vacationing penguin is driving through Arizona when he notices that the oil pressure light is on. He gets out to look and sees oil dripping out of the motor. He drives to the nearest town and stops at the first gas station. After dropping the car off, the penguin goes for a walk around town. He sees an ice cream shop and, being a penguin in Arizona, decides that something cold would really hit the spot. He gets a big dish of ice cream and sits down to eat. Having no hands, he makes a real mess trying to eat with his flippers. After finishing his ice cream, he goes back to the gas station. The mechanic looks up and says, "Looks like you blew a seal." "No," the penguin replies, "it's just ice cream." That is a very challenging reading, but a great one to work on. Believe me, if you can speak out while you read that bonus reading, if your voice is clear, it's controlled, you're concentrating the whole way through from beginning to end, believe me that your conversational speech will be improved. So the goal is get reading as strong as you can, and then that will generalize to everyday conversation. Thank you for joining me for today. Have a great day with intent, just like George. All right, and I will see you